something different on mobile, um, on the mobile app for YouTube, going live via the mobile app. Want to check out something, a new update apparently. I want to see if it will be useful for us in this community going forward. But we know what you want to hear about. Of course, the Nigerian Super Eagles will be taking on Lesotho today in less than an hour's time. And of course, the list is out. So you got Victor Osimhen leading the attack alongside Tularo Kodari. So for me, that looks fine. That is good, in my opinion. And then as well, you're talking about the defensive situation. That's where I have some question marks because right now, Benjamin Frederick is having to play at that right back position when we know where would all love to see him play. That's if you're a fan of Nigerian football, a fan of the Super Eagles, you would have loved to see him be alongside Calvin Bassey because I think their centre back pairing was very dynamic, enabled the team to push up high up the pitch. So I think that would have been brilliant. But in a situation where the team finds itself, you don't have your first choice right back in Olaino, you don't have your second choice right back in Batusai Samuel, which is just crazy to me because the issue I have is okay, Olaino is injured, has been injured for a while, but you should be able to get a competent right back, a country of close to 200 million people. You should be able to get a quality right back to fill in for him. So for me, I don't quite understand why the things are the way they are. But right now, you have to go what you have, and I think that's the best you could go with. Trust Ekong and Calvin Bassey. I know people have issues with respect to Calvin to Trust Ekong. The own goal he scored. He's getting old right now. He can't play a high line. He can't push up the park. He'll have to sit deep. That means the defensive line will have to be several meters in Nigeria's own half. So let's just hope his experience comes to the fore. And then when you're talking about the wide players, you're talking about Ademola Lookman. Hopefully he starts on that right hand side, on that left hand side. I'm sorry, and then Simon Moses will start on the right hand side. So Ademola Lookman, and then you have Victor Osimhen as well as Tolaru Kodari. I think that could be a very good partnership. Hopefully, you can get some quick and early goals in to at least give Nigeria something to hold on to, and then because this is where we found ourselves, we found ourselves in this crazy situation where even if you win, it doesn't guarantee you qualifying for the World Cup. But right now, you have to do your best. You have to do your own side of things, which is going to this game and win. Just like I said, going into the game versus South Africa, I said this whole thing of how they delayed the deduction of the 3 points from South Africa wasn't the best, but the Nigerian Super Eagles needed to go into the South African game, do their best, win, that game. Hi, Rigo, see how you doing? Win that game, and then on the FIFA decision. So going into that game as well, right? Going to this Lesotho game, we know South Africa may win Zimbabwe. That's possible. We know they may go on to win their next fixtures as well. You know, but 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 you have to do your own thing. You have to do your own thing. Right, Ghosty, don't worry, you're gonna get it there. Just keep going, keep smashing it, keep going. Just embrace the grind and just keep going. You'll get there. Um, so Innocent George, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice time. Thanks for joining right here. Thanks for joining the stream. So Nigeria Super Eagles taking on Lesotho. Who do you think will win? For me, I'm hoping, I'm wishing and praying Nigeria wins the game. But one thing that for sure is if we we lose, if the Nigerian Super Eagles lose this game, then it's over. It's done. Even if Nigeria draws this game, it's done. Just treat the next game as a pre-tournament friendly match. I'm telling you the truth. But looking at the starting lineup, you should be able to go against Lesotho and get to win. You should be able to. Ademola Lookman, Simon Moses, Tolaro Kodare, Victor Seaman, I think they should be good enough, to go there to win. So, apologies, my friends. I'm using the YouTube mobile to go live right now because I just wanted to test something out, and at the end of the game, I'll be doing the live on the usual channels on the usual channels to where we can I can drop links and we can all join. So I'm going directly from YouTube, and I don't think you have that feature on YouTube to drop the link. So I really apologize for that one. I really apologize for that one. But going into what am I even saying? After the game, once the game is done, I'll be having the post-match reaction. Hopefully, we are coming excited, happy, having smashed Lesotho 3 goals to nil. But the way the game is, the way this team is right now, you just can't say. You just can't really promise. Do I have a phone? Yeah, I have a phone. I have a phone. I have a phone. I'm not swimming in big bucks right now, but at least I have a phone. I have a phone. Yeah. So that's it. I was having a chat, or rather, I responded to someone's tweet on X yesterday, the other day. I said, Nigeria, San Marino. He was talking about San Marino. I said Nigeria could very well drop or drop points to San Marino, and he said it is not possible that Nigeria would always pace San Marino, that they may not even have players. And fair play, it's true. But for me, it's always been the mindset of the selection committee or NFF or whatever and the players. Because we've seen the Super Eagles team go against teams where you expect them to absolutely demolish those teams. They end up struggling. They end up struggling big time, right? They end up struggling big time. So the new start and okay, each pin says that the new start and is crazy and a bit confusing, but CAF already deduct points from every team. So basically, what that rule is that points when it comes to determining who finishes first in all groups, every team you play against, those points would accrue. That would matter to determine who finishes first, right? Even if you smash the second team, the last place team, 6 goals to nil or 10 goals to nil, all those goals, all those points will count. But if you're trying to determine the best second place team, then it becomes a different discussion altogether. Then the performance against the last place team in your group doesn't really now count. So some people are saying it favors Nigeria. I know Nigeria drew Lesotho the first leg. So, but what if Nigeria goes on to smash Lesotho today, which is possible? Not super confident Nigeria will smash Lesotho. I'm thinking Nigeria would win maybe 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, even maybe. I'm sorry, right, Ghosty. I do not have Roblox. I don't have Roblox on my phone. So Patrick Barbescu says talk English. And what am I speaking? I know I don't sound like a native English speaker, whatever. I'm not from the bowels of Windsor, but I think my my English is pretty understandable, at least ever so slightly. So, but whatever. Okay, nice one. Maybe I would get it. Maybe I would get it. On the flip side of it, I was thinking of maybe having a gaming channel as well, where maybe some games I like to play, I could have it on the channel. What do you guys think about that? So overall, for where you can watch the games, okay, so Nigeria has a chance to score like 7 goals in this match. Well, they do. They do. You should be able to absolutely trash, smash Lesotho off the park. It's possible. But what's the attitude going into the game? Let's see. You have Victor's. I've been calling out for this, so kind of my hand is on the line right now. I've been calling out for Victor Osimhen and Tolu Arokodare to pair up, and incidentally, you have them starting this game together. So hopefully they prove me right, because I think that partnership is something that is promising, because you've got what's his face, Tolaro Kodare, that can be a guy that can hold the ball to his chest, flick it on to teammates, and you have someone who's already aggressive in Victor Osimhen, who is little, and let's face it, he's the best striker Nigeria has at this point in time. I think right now is it joint third, or between third and second highest goal scorer, all-time leading goal scorers in Nigerian history, the history of Nigerian Super Eagles. So he is in good nick, and look at all the goals he scored for Napoli, goals he scored for Galatasaray. goals he scored for Lille, Charleroi. So he knows how to score goals. So when you partner those two players up, it could be beautiful. It could be something absolutely beautiful. Let's see how this game goes. The midfield for me is a tiny bit dodgy, in my opinion. No, it's not just a tiny bit dodgy. It is very, very dodgy. In my opinion, you've got Ndidi and you've got Iwobi. Now, Ndidi, is he as mobile as he used to be? That's a question we need to ask ourselves. Is he as mobile as he needs to be? You know, is he mobile as he used to be? That's a question. Money to me, money, money. Sorry, Ghosty. We just plodding on and pushing on the channel. So if you're new to the channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going. So score predictions. Let me know your score predictions for this game. And as well, I want to say this. I this channel wants to be something that doesn't just talk about football. Yes, we always talk about football, Premier League, La Liga. Talk about qualifying games like this, like the under 20 World Cup. That was a horror show, a complete horror, pure and utter horror show, in my humble opinion. And so it was just madness, but we'll talk about that as well. But we want this channel to be something that would impact lives positively, Emma. So something that can I don't know. Yo, bro, do you want me to do it money? I'll ask my mom. She got paid. I'm I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for money. I don't know. I don't get what you mean. Really, I'm not asking for money. What I'm just asking for is let's continue engaging with the channel as we've been doing. Subscribe to the channel, share the video if to people you feel will love things like this, and let me also know what you think about the games. What you think about this match that we're talking about right now. Um, I'll be starting very soon. It'll be starting by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and I think the same time in the UK as well. So, score predictions. Let me know what your score predictions are. What are your score predictions for this game? Let me know those opinions about it. He's thinking this is a game that Nigeria would absolutely pace Lesotho, or you like me, you're a bit on that side where you're looking at it and thinking that maybe Nigeria wins by a small margin, 1-0, 2-0. Although we'd like to see 10-0 smashing or dropping, against a side like Lesotho. But we know it's going to be difficult. They are going to be spoilers, 110%. They have no hopes of anything else. They don't have any hope of qualifying. They don't have any hope of any sort of benefit. So right now they know they are out. They're out of the World qualifying runnings. And what they'll be looking to do is to take a team alongside, take a team with them. So I think that's something that Nigeria should be careful about and start aggressively. You need to start positively because how you start determines how the game would go. If you start slowly, you start lazily, you make the opposition, even no matter how lowly you rank them, you make them begin to gain confidence. You make them, feel more secure in what they're doing. Well, if you put them on the back foot instantly, the moment the game starts, then I think Nigeria could have a strong a position, a strong opportunity to come out winners in that game. I know a lot of Nigerians will say, this is Lesotho. Why are we being so respectful? Because, you know why? My reason is, in this group, when this group was called out, right, you know, yeah, I see you right, Ghosty. Thanks for your comments. Thanks so much for your comments. So when this group was mentioned, when this group was called up, I was super confident. I felt like, okay, you have Lesotho, you have Benin Republic, you have Zimbabwe, you have Lesotho, and then the toughest team or the closest challenger in the group is South Africa. Woo! Happy days. You should be able to smash the living daylight out of this group because even the strongest side, you should be able to beat them. You should be able to, beat them home and away. But now, drew first game away to Zimbabwe, drew second game to Lesotho, and then that was it. Drew to South Africa at home, have been able to win Rwanda, I think, home and away, and then drew with Zimbabwe at home, and then went on again to draw to South Africa, away. So the problem is, right now for today, I'm all for the Nigerian Super Eagles. Nigerian Super Eagles hopefully can win this one and give our supporters of Nigerian Super Eagles, give them some joy, give them some happiness going into this game. And so I could say Messi or Ronaldo. For me, I'm not really in those debates so much. I think they're both top players, both very, very good players. I think have been for a decade and over the two best players in the world. So top marks to them. Messi is more, I wouldn't say more skillful because Ronaldo redefined himself. Because I remember the game that Ronaldo played, for Sporting Lisbon against Manchester United. I remember that game. It was a preseason friendly. Ronaldo absolutely he tore Manchester United to shreds, and I loved it. He tore Manchester United to shreds. He got the right wing, beat Evra, come on the left wing, rather beat Evra, come on the right wing, tear Gary Neville apart. And then end of the day, the reports were the players were the ones that went to Alex Ferguson to say, "Oh, we need to sign this player. We need to get this player signed." You know, we need to get this player signed. Yeah. So, your glass is real. Yeah, they're kind of real. I can't see without this. So, yeah. So that's that. So Ronaldo has always been very skillful. So I know there's this narrative that Messi is a skillful player and Ronaldo isn't that skillful. That's just rubbish. He reinvented himself because as you get older, you have to reinvent yourself, and he has. So top mark, there are two top players. So, but for me, my all-time favorite player, I'm not saying he's the best, but my all-time favorite player is R9, the real Ronaldo Nazario de Lima. For me, he's the best player of all time. For me, well, I'm not going to shave my eyebrows. Sorry. Thank you so much. That was a good offer, but I'm not shaving my eyebrows. Thank you so much. And I'm talking about Nigeria versus Lesotho going into this game. Nigeria should be able to smash Lesotho 110%. 110% should be able to smash Lesotho in this game. So, for those of you out there, how many Nigerian players do you know, and what are your scoreline predictions for this game? Let me know what your scoreline predictions are for this game. Me, I'm looking at 2-0. I would want it to be maybe 10 or 7, just so you can have some advantage over South Africa, because right now the ball still remains in the South African court. Because at the minute, what you see right now is they're still a couple of points ahead of Nigeria. They've got 3 points ahead of Nigeria. So if they are able to match or better Nigeria's result, then it's done. Then it's done and they've qualified and they are through. So 150, 110%, you want to get something ahead of them, and that may be goal difference. And obviously, there is no longer any opportunity to play against South Africa. That opportunity has gone. So let me know your opinions on this game and this live stream. Do you like it being on mobile? Because I think this is sort of a new update. There's something I wanted to try. That's why I decided to go on live using mobile. I usually go live from my PC, and I'll be doing that after the game for the post-match reaction. You can all join up for that one as well. I'll be reacting to the game. Hopefully, that's one where Nigeria would have absolutely destroyed Lesotho. And speaking about programming coming on this channel, we'll be doing an unseen XI an unseen XI program or series on here where players who are eligible to play for Nigeria but have not been capped and maybe have not even been invited to Nigerian Super Eagles, we'll be having them on here so that we can have a discussion about it, because whatever you want to say, whatever happens come the end of this qualification cycle, whether Nigeria qualifies or doesn't qualify, the planning for the next World Cup has to begin now, because quite frankly, Nigeria should. What does NP mean? I don't know. What does NP mean? I don't know what the MP are talking about. Could you explain a bit? So for me, I think the planning for the next World Cup qualifying cycle should begin right now because Nigeria being in this position going into the last two games of the World Cup qualifying series is mad. Is absolutely mad. So please smash the like button if you're on here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. One thing we want to be able to achieve with this channel is okay. Yeah, thank you. One thing I want to achieve with this channel is to be able to touch lives as well from things like scholarships, support for grassroots football talents, give them a platform to be heard, to be known. That's the things I want to achieve with this channel. And the way it that would be achieved is by increasing the followership, increasing in thank you so much, thank you so much, would be by increasing the followership of the subscriber count of this channel so you can have a wider reach and have a wider impact and attract every benefit that comes with a larger platform, and then via those benefits we can also plow back into society. That's essentially the core values of this channel. So keep liking, keep subscribing to the channel. It really does mean a lot. And I think very soon I'll be coming to the end of this live stream. I just wanted to try it out a bit. And then as well, once the game starts, maybe would I have a watch along on here? I'm thinking. Maybe I would, maybe I don't. So right, go see. Thank you so much for subscription, for subscribing and liking the video. Subscribe to the channel and liking the video. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. So started this channel, how was it, some months ago, several months ago, and then just keep plowing, just kept going on and going and going and kept growing. And I think it's because of all you guys that keep supporting the channel, you guys that keep subscribing, keep sharing the channel. So just keep doing that, and we'll continue to grow. And as we grow, the members of the community as well would grow. So let's keep that up and keep on growing. So the Nigerian match should be starting by 5. Unfortunately, I don't have any timepiece next to me, so I need to get that on. And to get the time on, I'll just use this now, and I'll have a look on here and see if I can get the time here. So in about 29 minutes time, the game should be starting. That's the game that is the Lesotho versus Nigeria game should be starting, because although it's being played in South Africa, which is crazy, it's absolutely crazy. They're playing in South Africa, but that's their home fixture. In the Polokwane Stadium in South Africa, that's where the game is being played. Nigeria versus Lesotho. So, yeah. Yeah. And then what else do we have to talk about Nigerian football? I was just looking at some clips the other day. Jamal Musiala, Michael Olise, Bukayo Saka, all these players could have played for Nigeria. Thank you so much, Right Ghosty. Thank you so much. Your support really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. As the channel grows, we'll begin to see the impact of the channel. So it's just amazing the amount of players that should have played for Nigeria, that could have been able to play for Nigeria. And one that really hurts me so much this day is Ebere Eze. Iberi Eze, Iberi Eze could have played for Nigeria. His was set. That's the definition of a layup. He was all set. He was all set to play for Nigeria. But the NFF did their thing. They fumbled the bag, and he ended up not playing for Nigeria. Now he's playing for England. Now some Nigerians are trying to blame him. Oh, you don't know. You have to step up your game. This dual national thing is not just a Nigerian thing, it's not just an African thing. Countries all over the world, they want to get the best players that are in some way, shape, or form eligible to play for them to play for them. So I don't get this whole business of what people are trying to do. Blame people like Iberi, is it? No. Jamal Musiala, we missed out on him, but now we've got Rio Ugu Moha. He's there. Are we going to take advantage of it? Gusau, are you going to take advantage of it? Eric Chill, if you're still in the job after this World Cup qualifying cycle, would you take advantage of it? It's just absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Do you get so many subs? Well, I think I have more subscribers than I expected I would get. So, but definitely still want more because we want to grow this community, make it the biggest football community on YouTube if that's possible. I think those of you watching, those of you supporting the channel, the power is in your hands. And for me, like I said, there's a reason we want to grow the channel. Of course, like every content creator, you know, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like every content creator, there are benefits to having a big channel and all that stuff, but there is the social side of things for me, and that is very, very important, which is you're able to speak for those who are not heard. You're able to give a platform for players, that not many who look at that from countries and areas, where they don't really get the hype. Like if you're English, for instance, you readily get that hype. Sky Sports, Dog Sports, you're already pushed. I have no problem with that. Hype your own, push your own, promote your own. No issues with that one. If you're Brazilian, you get the push. Nonetheless, globally, you're Argentine, you get the push. But if you're Nigerian, you kind of don't. If you're Ghanaian, you kind of don't. So, we want this channel to be that channel where we talk about football overall, we talk about talents overall, and we give talents the opportunity to grow as well. Looking at the grassroots level, there's a player I saw, Saka Yusuf. Saka Yusuf, he played for a team in Nigeria known as Beyond Limits, a very skillful, dynamic, right winger, but left winger, but no one knows that much about him. If he was Ronaldo, if he was Brazilian, by now people would have known him. Now, who would have known him? He would have been tagged as the next wonder kid. But I want to be able to achieve that on this channel. Right now, we have 19 people on the stream, 4 likes. Thank you so much for that. I would like it to be 19 likes versus 19 people watching, but there it is. So just like the channel. If you like the video, you like it. If you don't like it and just watching, that's fine still. Engage whichever way you can engage with the channel. That's the most important thing. The fact that you're watching alone, that means you're a real champion. Thanks so much for watching the game. We'll be starting in and around 20 odd minutes. And if you're looking for where to watch the game, you can watch the game on FIFA Plus. I think that's the actual official platform to watch World Cup qualifying matches, especially for African teams. So I think that's where you can watch the Lesotho Nigeria game, and hopefully you can watch the highlights of Nigeria beating Lesotho, by 4 or 5 goals to 0, which I hope and pray really does happen. But maybe that doesn't happen. But let's see how it goes with that one. So, are there some programming you would like to see on the channel? Now, there's something I want to say because on this channel I also talk about Premier League football, talk about Premier League, talk about Champions League, talk about Europa League football as well. But there's an issue somewhere. It's not really an issue, but it's something that I think would help would help build the channel. And this is how I look at it, right? You come on live streams, you do so well, you watch me talk on live streams, you comment on live streams, which is good, which is very good. I really like that. But I also think your opinion is really super important as well. What do you think? Because I don't have all the answers. You have very interesting opinions as well. Believe me, I read the comments, I read the chats, I see people have interesting opinions, on the topics I discuss on this channel. So it will be really nice to see people come on face to face on live streams, to have discussions about either Chelsea versus Arsenal game, Liverpool versus, Manchester United game, or in Nigeria versus Lesotho game. Come on the channel and have the discussion on live streams. That would really be lovely. And hopefully, and I don't think that's one thing I think YouTube needs to get on right, because it's one thing saying people should have live streams, but you should create that opportunity for people to join live streams and have that chat via the YouTube platform. There's other secondary, should I say, platforms that helps you connect to YouTube, and then people can join you on those streams. That's really helpful. That's really nice as well. But I think YouTube, I think the next step you should go to is add that thing where people are able to come and join the discussion, and join the discussion from there. So for me, like I say, I would like to have people come on here and share their opinions. Let's have that one-to-one interaction. You look at me, through my glasses and I look at you through your your eyeballs, and we have that discussion, and we have the nice banter. You may agree with me, you may disagree with me. That's 110% possible. That's what football is all about. Football is subjective. People look at things differently. The only objective thing about football is when the ball hits the back of the net, it's a goal. That's the only objective thing. Every other thing there is open to subjective discourse, open to varying opinions. Now, Nigeria Super Eagles taking on Lesotho. Right now, it is in slightly above 20 minutes time. The game should be starting. So, like I said, where to watch it, you need to go to FIFA Plus. Either you download the app or you go on their platform directly and watch it. I think that's a good place for you to go watch it. Let me see 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can see if I can watch it here. FIFA Plus. FIFA. And you got the likes of Egypt qualifying, Morocco qualified, Algeria qualified. Wow. Oh my lord. Well, it's good for them. It's good for them. It's good to see teams and countries reaping the rewards of their hard work. You plan rightly, you set up the team rightly, you invite the right players. Hi Eric, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You're welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. What's your scoreline prediction? Eric, Kedu, Kekode. So, what are scoreline predictions, Eric, going into this game? Lesotho, Nigeria. Are you on the side of the fence where you feel Nigeria will absolutely smash, Lesotho, maybe 6 goals to nil, or you're a bit cautious, thinking maybe it will be like a 1-0, 2-1 sort of result, or maybe Nigeria doesn't even win the game? I know right now, like many Nigerians out there, no one really wants to hear anything about Nigeria, you know, losing that game or dropping points in that game. Believe me, I don't want that at all. I do not want that at all. Not in a million years do I want Nigeria to drop points. I want Nigeria to go to the World Cup. This World Cup is especially important to me, but the players have to go out there and deliver. And right now, they have to hope and really pray that South Africa not just drop points, but actually lose the game. Because the only way Nigeria can top this group is if South Africa draws their 2 games or lose 1 game, and then Nigeria can go out there and absolutely put teams to the sword, beat teams maybe 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 maybe, that sort of thing. But at this point in time, do we really see Nigeria smashing teams by that many goals? Do we really see Nigeria doing that? It's been a while. I've actually seen Nigeria beat teams, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0. That would be something I would love to see. For once, I'd love to sit back and see my team, my national team, absolutely eviscerate another team 6-0, 7-0. But that doesn't seem like it's something that's really going to happen. It's sad. It's sad because I think the Nigeria Football Federation, they keep joking around with the national team, which is maddening. It's crazy to me, right? It's really crazy to me how people would just go on and say, you know what we're going to do? You know what we're going to do? We are absolutely going to pick players who are not good enough. It's just madness to me. Okay, look at the lineup today, right? Al Hassan, you've got what's his face, EOB, and you've got Ndidi, Wilfred Ndidi in midfield. Okay, decent. Christian Uche on the bench. Okay, fine. But Al Hassan Yusuf doesn't measure up. In this game, you're having to play a centre back at right back. When you knew all this while that Olaino has been injured. He didn't just get injured 2 seconds to the lineup being released, or 2 seconds to the invitations being put out there for the players, or squad list being released. He's been injured ever since at least between 4 to 5 weeks ago. You knew. So how come you didn't get replacements in. You brought only one right back, only one, and he is not available. And now you're pushing the centre back to play at right back, and Felix Ago unfortunately injured. But I think the left back is kind of covered because Zaidu Sanusi and was his face there, Bruno Imachi as the left back option. So hopefully they can play well. Hopefully they can deliver. So let's see how it goes. And now, what do you guys make of this talk about Eric Chell being sacked if he doesn't qualify for the World Cup, and then maybe Augustin Eguavon or Augustin Cerezo Eguavon leads the team to the AFCON? For me, I just think that's a bit dodgy, and that's a cop out, in my humble opinion. I feel if Eric Chell has to go, you should right now start planning for that top level coach. Nigeria is in this position right now because they mocked about, they faffed around with the team, with the coach, with the coach. Right? It was meant to be, I think, is it Bruno Labadi, I think, former Wolfsburg coach, if I'm not mistaken. You know, he was meant to be the guy. Well, at least after the Afcon, Jose Pessoa was meant to have left immediately. You get your new guy in, but he did not do that. They did not do that. They left him in for the first two games. And when you have a coach where his brain is somewhere else, what do you expect? What do you expect? Drop 2 points in those games where if you had won those two games, you should be thinking of the only team we should consider as we should be qualifying for this game. But you drop points in those games. And then you got the coach, you mocked around, Finidi George, dropped him, brought a Guavon, wasted some more time before you supposedly got your man, got your coach, apparently. And now, if you're looking to get a coach, go ahead, start the planning, start looking for the coach, start behind the scenes, interviewing candidates. Because what you don't want to happen, believe me, is what you don't want to happen, believe me, is come the end of this qualification cycle, you're running helter skelter looking for a coach. You're running helter skelter looking for a coach. For me, that's just absolute shambles, in my opinion, if that's happened. So if you go onto FIFA Plus, you'll be able to watch that game. So the match will be starting in 15 minutes time, and the stream should begin in about under 2 minutes. So let me know your opinions on that. So I will be ending the stream pretty soon and go on to watch the game, and I'll come back for the post-match reaction on here. It will be live as well, but it will not be via short. So if you're new to the channel, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video to people you feel will love content like this. Now, I just wanted to try something on YouTube because they said they have this new update on YouTube where you do a live and then it makes it easier for you to turn the videos to shorts. And speaking about shorts, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been watching those videos. The views on those videos have been crazy. If you haven't been watching those videos, you should join us who have been watching them. The views on them have been crazy. Definitely the numbers have been higher than I expected. When I started doing those shots, especially for players and all that, I really didn't think it would be that high, be that great. But true to form, you guys have been phenomenal. You show yourself as real champions for the channel. And so those shots, the different ones we've done on Wanko, Kano, Tijani Barangeta will be coming on the channel as well. So keep eyes peeled for that one. There's been JJ Coach, there's been Ademola Lukman, there's been Kazim Olaigbe, another special player that Nigeria may mark around and let slip through their fingers. He's right there. It's an absolute layup. Ebereze was a layup for the Nigerian Football Federation, but it ended up, missing the basket. They ended up missing the basket. So let's see how it shapes up. Going into this game, your score predictions. Let me know what you think about the game. Is the game you're thinking, Super Eagles should win? Or you're thinking, yeah. Or maybe you're even nonchalant right now. You're like, you're oblivious. Okay, whatever. They may end up losing the game. So you may not really care that much about the game. And if you don't, I care about the game. But if you don't, I can't understand, and I don't blame you too much if you don't. Because Nigeria shouldn't be, in this position where where you're fighting and haggling and battling, for qualifications with 2 games left to go. You should be already set, to uh, um, you should be already set to. You should be preparing your bags right now. What hotel you're going to be in, where you're going to go. Use this game to blood young talents, to blood new faces. Maybe this would have been a game where Waneri comes in, or Rio Gomoha comes in, and Eric Porabo gets his first club to the senior side. This should have been that game. But the NFF just keeps mucking about, and that's where we find ourselves right now, with the Nigerian Super Eagles. Now, incidentally, this pitch looks really good. Really, really nice when you compare it to when Nigeria had to play against South Africa. And what my takeaway from that was, when you talk about football, they have the psychological side of things where South Africa knew a draw in that game doesn't really hurt them. While it doesn't assure their qualification, it didn't really hurt them crazily. So looking at the group standings, South Africa and Benin Republic both on 14 points, Nigeria and Rwanda on 11 points, goal difference Benin of 4, South Africa 3, Nigeria 2. So Nigeria should be looking at this Lesotho game and hoping to smash Lesotho, maybe 7-8 nil. I'm not. If you're a Lesotho fan here, I'm not trying to underplay your team's quality, but I'm just saying what Nigeria needs going into this game is to absolutely eviscerate this team. That's what they need. That's the situation the Nigerian Super Eagles find themselves in. That's where they find themselves in. Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's where we are. So yeah, so Scotland predictions, let me know, and there'll be something big coming once we hit 3,000 subscribers on this channel for sure. So keep your eyes peeled on that one, and then as well, by the time we get to 100,000 subscribers, it's going to be absolutely crazy to for subscribers on this channel. I'm telling you, mark my words. By the time we hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel, it will be madness in the best of ways for those who subscribe to the channel, for those who are part of the community of the channel, for those who decide to be members, and it's free. It's okay. You want to be a member, that's fine. If you don't be a member, that's cool as well, as long as you engage with the videos. So I'm just putting everything out there, so Nigerians there happy, smiling. I hope they will be smiling come the end of the game. I don't want to see any tears shed. I don't want to see any angry faces. Look at South Africans there in the stadium as well. And it's gonna be funny, man. South Africa, they're like Lord of the South. Like Lord of the South in South Africa. They own everything there. It's just funny. Lesotho has to play in the South African stadium. Wow, let's see how that game turns out. So Victor Osimhen, you can see him to Ekong there. Tula Dare is there. He's got the turn shirt. Terry Murphy, yeah, I think he's one of the subs. Frank Onyeka, one of the subs as well. Yeah, so this is a game. 110% the Nigerian Super Eagles should be winning this game. No excuses at all. No excuses at all. Akwa Adams, he's someone that's been interesting to me. He's got that directness, he's got some skill about him, he's powerful definitely as a striker. And so I'd like to see him get his debut today, his first, what I say, international debut for the Nigerian Super Eagles. I'll be looking forward to that. But what's more important than anything else is getting all 3 points, because getting 3 points gives Nigeria the opportunity to breathe heave a sigh of relief, and then hopefully going into the next game with some hope. Because especially talking about second place teams and this whole mathematics or football mathematics of the third place, the result against third place team not really counting and things like that, which is just madness to me. And the Nigerians are happy about it. They say, yeah. But because we drew the first leg game against Lesotho. But the crazy part, what happens if you actually go there and stink it and stomp on these people, and South Africa manages somehow to top the table, and then you are second place. So then what you have been excited about now turns around to bite you in the backside. So that's just absolutely bonkers in my opinion. So Leseto, this guy looks really young. He's 21 years old, number 21 rather, giving him a debut. Well, to be Leseto, nothing to fight for. Just come there, sit with a bank of four, with banks of four, two banks of four, spoil the game party for Nigeria. Uh, they have nothing to lose. Nigeria has to have to go into this game looking to win. And I want to talk quickly about the under 20 World Cup, which was an absolute shambles in my humble opinion. We just say there's a lot of things wrong with Nigerian football, lots of things wrong with Nigerian football. But one of the positives to come out of the under 20 is Sani Suleiman. Sani Suleiman, he is a special player. Let me not say special player. He has the potential to be special. He has the potential to be special. Like he can go either way, right foot, left foot. He's got brilliant pace over 4 meters, 5 meters. He's just super quick. So that's someone that maybe you look at. Do we begin to integrate him into the setup gradually? Because let's face it, Nigeria's play is being played. Although the midfield is important because it helps you coordinate your style of play, coordinate your football completely, right? But I think having dynamic and exciting wingers is the way. If Nigeria has to qualify for the World Cup, if Nigeria it did get to the World Cup, if Nigeria is to win the AFCON, having dynamic wingers is super important. It's super crucial. You cannot deny that 110%. You cannot, deny that. So in a couple of minutes doing national anthem and singing the national anthems right now, just Ekong captain, you had the criticisms from Nigerian football fans, and you expect that. You absolutely expect that 110%. You expect that because he scored that own goal. He was kind of a fault for the equalizer by Zimbabwe, because if Nigeria had won that one, probably you're looking at being either level on points or just 1 point behind South Africa, and it's a different discussion you're having right now. You're putting South Africa on more pressure, but that hasn't happened, so you can't go and rewrite the past. What you can do is to shape the future, and that's something I hope we all take into our regular daily lives and in football as well. Now, looking at NFF, if they can indeed take advantage of this. So I want to thank you guys so much for this. I've come to the end of this live stream, and I will see you on another live stream at the maybe should I do a watch along? No. Watch along is going to be really crazy. It's going to be crazy. Oh Lord God, it's going to be really crazy seeing me watching this game. Let's settle doing the anthems right now, okay? Some of them look really young, or is it that they just have young features rather? All right, thank you so much, so much. I would come back again once the game is done for the post-match reaction, and I'll see you on yet another video. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye bye.